What's up, YouTube? Zach's back with another attack, and today we are looking at this Mandela effect. If that's even real, maybe that's all in an alternate universe, and the Mandela effect isn't even real here, or something like that. I guess that doesn't make sense. But first, I just have to let you know that becoming a vegetarian is a huge mistake.
If you like darkness and hanging with Heartless, then you are not Sora, but you may be looking for a channel to watch. Zach to the future.
Alright guys, so of course, like I said, we're looking at the Mandela effect today, and there's some mind-blowing ones that I still am having trouble thinking that these are actually reality. I know some of these have changed, because I remember it so vividly. So let's jump right in. First up, the one that kind of defines all of the Mandela effect for me and everything that is encompassed in that is in the movie The Matrix. A lot of people remember the line that says, "What if I told you everything you knew was a lie?" Or something like that. I've seen many versions of this line being said, or people saying that it's been years since I've seen the movie or whatever, but they think that that was the line, and nothing like that was ever said in the movie. You can go back and watch it, look as hard as you can for that line, nothing like that was ever said, and that's mind-blowing. I'm pretty sure what happened with this was that a meme started going around with him saying, "What if I told you blank?" And what if I told you everything you knew was a lie? And things like that, to where it became ingrained in people's mind that that's actually what was said in the movie or something. But in reality, nope, nothing like that was ever said. And it doesn't get much easier from here, guys. I'm sorry. I hope this doesn't mess with you too much, but we're gonna move on to another movie that you may have seen. It's called Saw. Now, a lot of people will quote horror movie lines to try and be scary. In Saw, a lot of people believe that Jigsaw says, "Do you want to play a game?" Actually, I really thought he said that too. I know numerous times I have said, "Do you want to play a game?" trying to be intimidating or whatever to people, and I have found out that he never says that. The line is actually, "I want to play a game." And I guess that makes sense, but to me, it sounds a lot better to say, "Do you want to play a game?" Asking the person, making them feel like they have a choice, but then not giving them a choice. Of course, you want to play a game, you're the one controlling all this. So, I mean, it makes sense in the context, but I think it's more intimidating if it is, "Do you want to play a game?" So maybe that's why people started saying that instead. Maybe it's just people mishearing, but there's so many people that think that it's, "Do you want to play a game?" instead of, "I want to play a game," that it's kind of crazy. Next up, we've got The Silence of the Lambs, another horror movie, continuing on with this trend. Like I said, a lot of people will quote movies like this to try and be intimidating or whatever, and a lot of people think that Hannibal Lecter in this movie says, "Hello, Clarice." There's a lot of t-shirts and tattoos even, things that show Hannibal Lecter saying, "Hello, Clarice," and that's not what he says. Never. This one's not even as simple as "do you" being switched with "I," because the only time in the movie he says anything similar to "Hello, Clarice," he says "Good evening, Clarice," and that's only once, and I don't think that's necessarily what's going on. Maybe they're just saying that to shorten it and it caught on. Who really knows? But it's a little weird because I have seen so many shirts and people saying "Hello, Clarice," that to know that that's not even the line, that's not anywhere in the movie, it's tripping me up a little bit. I'm shook. I'm gonna start just making up horror movie lines and hoping it catches on. Maybe I can start my own Mandela effect. Do you guys remember in The Conjuring when you pulled a Joker out of a deck of cards and said, "Joke's on you"? No? You will. Trust me. Alright, I've got one more movie Mandela effect to go to, and this one is really, really trippy. This threw me off hardcore. And it's from Alice in Wonderland, the Disney version. I'm sure you've all seen it, and I'm sure you've seen the tattoos, the shirts, the notebooks, folders, anything you can think of. There's probably something out there that says, "We're all mad here." And "We're all mad here" is actually not the line again. Now, this is a little bit weird. The line is, "Most everyone is a little mad here," which is similar to "we're all." You know, "we're all," "most everyone." It's close, but not exact. And it's bizarre that so many people and so many products and tattoos could have the wrong line. So, what's the deal with this? Now, the movie does say most everyone is mad here, so that's all on the movie, and people mishearing that, I guess. The book of Alice in Wonderland, the original story written by Lewis Carroll, actually says, "We're all mad here." But I highly doubt that most of the people who have gotten these tattoos and fallen in love with this movie, because all of the things that say "we're all mad here," basically all of them have a picture of the Cheshire Cat from the Disney animated movie. So, to me, it's not making sense that they would get the book version confused with the Disney version. But perhaps, and maybe, it's the Mandela effect. So we've talked about some bizarre movie Mandela effects, but what about TV shows? I've got two little ones for you that have really messed with my day. I'm not going to be able to go about this day normally now because I've figured out that Shaggy from Scooby-Doo does not have an Adam's apple. I don't know if that dude's a girl or what, but he has always had an Adam's apple in my mind. I vividly remember him in the cartoons having a very pronounced Adam's apple on his neck, and as far as I knew, he was the only guy who did. I mean, Fred had the ascot, so you couldn't see that as much, but I really remember him having a big lump on his neck, and that was part of Shaggy's characterization. But no, there's nothing there other than in the live action versions, because obviously they didn't cut off the guy's Adam's apple to play Shaggy. But as far as I've seen in no cartoons, does Shaggy have an Adam's apple? What is this life coming to? And this last one, which is less weird for me, because I actually figured this out a long time ago when I bought the CD of Drake Bell. Now, Drake Bell wrote the theme song for Drake and Josh, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen Drake and Josh on Nickelodeon, and the theme song, most people have thought that it says, "It's gonna take some time to realize." But the lyric is actually, "It's gonna take some time to realign." That doesn't make as much sense to me. That's another reason why I don't like this one, because the way that everybody has interpreted this just makes more sense to me. But I do think that it's just a simple mishearing of the lyrics, and then, you know, you sing it so many times growing up that it's hard to change it. And if you go back and listen knowing that it's gonna take some time to realign, then you will be able to hear him saying realign more vividly, I believe. And it's a little weird because it is gonna take some time to realign with the way these lyrics are actually saying. But like I said, I did know this because I bought a CD of Drake Bell that had this song on it. It had lyrics in the book, and it said realign, and so I've been hearing it and singing it like that for a while, and it's less bizarre for me to hear it being that. But I know a lot of you guys probably don't know that, so hopefully I didn't blow your mind too hard. If I did, I'm sorry, but maybe if you like this video, we'll go into a few more Mandela effects sometime. But in the meantime, I think I should give you guys a break because this has been a bit of an intense video, for me at least. I can't believe half of this stuff. So, for now guys, I'm Zach. Don't you do crack, or at least let that go to an alternate universe if you did. And I will catch you in the future.